Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's episode we will be diving into our third episode of Monday Night Raw, but beforehand let's have a quick recap of the week's events. We've made some progress again popularity wise, and we're still bringing in a lot of money despite a few production upgrades. We've also made a few more signings which will be showing up soon. Speaking of rosters, we've lost 3 wrestlers to a few other companies, so China, Bubba Ray Dudley and Chris Jericho will no longer be a part of our show. Other than this, we've had another quiet week, with none of the roster causing any issues for me. So, with that said, let's get on with the show. We opened the show with Rikishi making his way to the ring.
Fatu! You got the nerve to disrespect our family, our blood, our legacy? I carried this family through wars, through pain, for these fans right here. You think you can step up and tear it all down, nephew? You're out of line! At the Royal Rumble, I'm challenging you one-on-one to a fight to defend our family's honor. You're gonna learn what respect means, even if I gotta beat it into you!
Before Rikishi can continue, The Rock's iconic music blares, sending the arena into a frenzy. The Rock struts out, shades on, electrifying the crowd. He slides into the ring, shakes Rikishi's hand, and grabs a mic, staring into the heart camera.
Fatu, you little jabroni. The Rock's been watching. You're out here acting like you're the big dog of the family? Disrespecting Rikishi, a man who paved the way for punks like you? At Royal Rumble, Rikishi's gonna whoop your candy ass. But let The Rock make this crystal clear. Keep running your mouth and the People's Champ will personally lay the smackdown on you. Know your role, shut your mouth, and get ready to get checked at the Rumble.
The crowd chants, "Family, family," as Rikishi and The Rock stand tall. Suddenly Fatu's music hits, and he comes through the crowd, sliding into the ring behind them. Before anyone can react, Fatu nails Rikishi with a vicious super kick, dropping the big man to the mat. The crowd boos furiously as Fatu, wild-eyed and smirking, grabs the mic and starts backing up the ramp.
Family? Respect? I don't need your blessing, Rikishi. I'm the future, and at Royal Rumble, I'm ending you. And you, Rock? Stay out of my business or you're next.
Fatu tosses the mic as fans hurl insults. The Rock kneels beside Rikishi, who clutches his jaw in pain and yells, "You're a dead man, Fatu," as referees rush in. The segment closes with the crowd chanting, "Rikishi," and The Rock helping him up, staring daggers toward the ramp. Next, Jim Ross introduces a highlight package showing the rising tension between Gunther and Al Snow.
Silence. My name is Gunther, and I am the best technical wrestler this world has ever seen. This ring is not your playground, it's my battlefield. Every hold I lock, every strike I deliver is a masterclass in domination. I'm not here for your cheers or your childish games. I'm here to break bodies and prove no one can match my skill. To every wrestler in the back, step into my ring, and I will dismantle you.
Whoa, 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 big guy. You think you can just waltz in here, call yourself the best, and act like the rest of us don't exist? I've been scrapping in this ring for years, kid, and I've forgotten more about technical wrestling than you'll ever know. You want to talk about holds? I'll tie you up in knots so tight you'll be begging for mercy. This is my house, Gunther, and you're just a guest who's about to get schooled.
Al Snow, a relic with a loud mouth. You think your experience scares me? I don't respect your past, I destroy it. Step in my ring, and I'll show you what technical wrestling really means. You're not my equal, you're my example.
We then have some in-ring action as Gunther makes his Raw debut against Thrasher. Thrasher starts strong with high-flying drop kicks, but Gunther's methodical brutality takes over as he targets Thrasher's back with a spine buster, chops, and a gut-wrench powerbomb. Thrasher rallies with a thrash kick and a near-fall moonsault, igniting the crowd, but Gunther counters a high-risk 450 splash, clipping Thrasher's knee and locking in the Iron Vice crossface. Despite a valiant struggle, Thrasher taps out at 8:55, giving Gunther the victory. The match got 1 star and a 35% rating. After the match, Al Snow appears on the Titantron, mocking Gunther.
Nice warm-up, kid. But let's see how those fancy holds work against someone who fights back.
The camera show Gunther mouthing, "You're next," to Snow. We go backstage where Devon Dudley stands with a microphone, looking resolute but worn. The Christie hem asks about his future now that Bubba Ray has left the company. Devon begins to respond, vowing to fight on, when Edge and Christian barge in, drawing boos from the arena crowd watching on the big screen.
Oh, please. Cut the sob story, Devon. You think anyone cares about you without Bubba? Newsflash. Your brother ditched you, and now you're just the leftover half of a washed-up tag team. You're out here alone, a sad nobody who's got no business in our ring.
Let's keep it 100, Devon. Bubba was the star of the Dudleys. The brains, the charisma, the whole deal. You're just the guy who yelled "What's up?" and hoped nobody noticed you were dead weight. Now Bubba's gone, smart guy, and you're flopping around like a fish out of water. You're nothing without him, man.
These fans might chant your name, but they know the truth. You're not a Dudley anymore, you're just Devon. You think you can hang with us? Edge and Christian. The coolest, most dominant tag team ever. We're the 5-second pose icons. You're a table-crashing fossil with no future, and we're gonna prove it.
What's your plan, huh? You gonna cry for Bubba to come save you? Spoiler, he's not walking through that door. He ditched you, and now you're stuck with us. You're a joke, Devon, and we're gonna embarrass you in front of the world.
You two want to run your mouths about my brother, my family, my legacy? Bubba may be gone, but the Dudley spirit lives in me. I've been through tables, fire, and wars, and I ain't done yet. You want to talk about tag teams? How about this? Next week, I'm coming for both of you in that ring, and I won't be alone. I've got a partner, and trust me, you ain't ready for who's got my back.
Next up, we have a match between Gino Hernandez and Jay White. White kicks off with flair, landing drop kicks, and a top rope crossbody, but Hernandez seizes control by targeting White's knee with a knee breaker and stomps. White rallies with a German suplex and a near-fall Blade Runner attempt, firing up the crowd, but Hernandez counters with an eye rake and a low blow behind the referee's back. As the match intensifies, Mankind appears at ringside, holding a distorted mirror and mocking Hernandez's reflection, momentarily distracting the heel and drawing boos. Hernandez refocuses, uses the chaos to smash a chair into White's knee during a referee collision, and hits the golden touch, spinning sit-out powerbomb for a controversial pinfall victory at 11:02. The match got 1 star and a rating of 41%. After the match, Gino grabs the mic and berates Mankind. Post-match, "You freak, stay away from me." Mankind tosses Mr. Socko into the ring, freaking Gino out. Gino rushes backstage and talks to Kevin Kelly. He demands Mankind be banned from the Royal Rumble, claiming he's bad for business. Mankind attacks Gino. He drags him to the parking lot and shoves him into a trash can, screaming, "This is where pretty boys end up." Next up, in a dynamic 8-minute singles match, cunning heel Deonna Purrazzo clashes with charismatic face Toni Storm, blending technical precision with high-energy offense. Storm ignites the crowd with a hip attack and drop kick, but Purrazzo takes control, targeting Storm's arm with an armbar and hammerlock slam. Storm rallies with a fisherman suplex and swinging DDT, nearly stealing the win, but Purrazzo counters with an eye rake and locks in her Venus de Milo submission. Despite Storm's desperate rope break, Purrazzo refuses to release the hold past the referee's 5 count, prompting a disqualification at 8:03. The match got 1 star and a 27% overall. Jade Cargill rushes to the ring to stop Purrazzo from hurting Toni Storm any further. Purrazzo retreats up the ramp yelling, "You can't hang with me!" Next up, Will Ospreay, the dynamic face, battles the sly heel X-Pac. Ospreay dazzles with high-flying moves like a plancha and a 450 splash, while X-Pac counters with cunning tactics, targeting Ospreay's knee and sneaking in a low blow. The crowd roars as Ospreay fights through a figure-4 leg lock and X-Pac's taunting antics, including a near-fall X-Factor. In the final moments, Ospreay dodges a Bronco Buster, nails the hidden blade, and seals the victory with a Stormbreaker at exactly 10 o'clock, pinning X-Pac for the win as the arena erupts in celebration. The match gets 2.5 stars and a 50% overall rating. We go backstage to Jade Cargill with Toni Storm.
Deonna, you want submissions? I'll fight you on your turf at the Royal Rumble, and I'll still win!
Raw General Manager Shane McMahon interrupts the interview.
I'm making this official. At the Royal Rumble, Toni Storm, Deonna Purrazzo in a submission match.
The camera catches Bron Breakker backstage, smirking, fresh off his PPV victory over Chris Jericho. The arena crowd boos on the big screen feed.
Boo all you want! I told you I'd break Chris Jericho, and I did! I speared that has-been, hit the breakdown bomb, and sent him packing! Y2J? More like Y2 gone! I'm the next big thing! Stronger, faster, better than anybody! Jericho was just the start! Nobody's safe! This is my company now, and I'm taking it all!
In our main event, The Rock, the charismatic face, battles Bronson Reed, the monstrous heel, in a clash of star power versus brute force. The Rock starts hot with a spinebuster, but Reed takes control with a senton and bear hug, dominating with a Samoan drop. The Rock rallies with a DDT and sharpshooter, only for Jacob Fatu to interfere, distracting the referee and tossing Reed a chair. The Rock counters, smacking Reed with the chair, and despite Fatu breaking up a pin after a rock bottom, the Rock fights off both men, landing another rock bottom and the People's Elbow to pin Reed at 12:01, thrilling the crowd. The Rock tries to catch Fatu, but he scampers up the ramp. The match got 2 stars and a rating of 69%. That brings this episode of Raw to a close, but ratings-wise we've got a 72%. This is a bit lower than the previous weeks, and that has had a 0.2 hit on our popularity in North America, but everywhere else we've increased it by 0.2. What will the final Raw before the Rumble bring? Find out next week. If you're enjoying the content, give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.